Hey there, friends. It's Bill McDonald, the writing doctor here. And today I wanted to talk a little bit to you reading teachers about the importance of understanding the difference between a summary, meaning SUM, all of it, the introduction of a passage, the body, and the conclusion, or a summary, some of it, just a paragraph or two paragraphs. Sorry, I put my hand over the dry erase marker there. A focus is sort of like a summary of everything, a focus of a selection. A folk is for the whole passage. A focus of a section or the main idea of a section or the summary of a section or a set of paragraphs is some of it. So it's real important that you teach your students think of their hand as the entire paragraph, and the thumb can be the topic sentence, the main idea. And so everything in that paragraph after that topic sentence will have specific supporting sentences and then some sort of closure. And if you happen to have a few extra sentences like we did in today's lesson with my Collins PAR students here in San Diego, then you could add an extra finger or two for an extra couple of sentences, or an extra finger or two for an extra couple of paragraphs if you're doing main ideas. Okay? So what I'm seeing that the students are struggling with is make sure they understand when it says summary of the selection or the passage, they mean all of it. And if they say summary of a section or of some paragraphs, they only mean some of it. Main ideas is usually of a selection? No. Main idea is of a section, a portion, one paragraph or a few paragraphs. So sometimes your kids can use their own hand, or for those of you that have had my trainings, I've given you a class set of these graphic organizers, and they can either draw their own hand, and then they would, on the lines and the spaces here, they could write the sentence numbers inside the fingernails or the paragraph numbers. Then you would have them write the hashtag, the 5 keywords. This one is laminated so that it can be used over and over, so that you can practice a lot of these things here, a lot of these reading concepts, the author's purpose, prompt, point of view. Are we talking about the paragraph, a section, or the passage, the whole selection? Are we talking about a paired passage, two passages that we're comparing and contrasting with each other? Are we talking about a personal narrative? Or are we trying to persuade and then think that everything in the essay ties together? And I'll share ties with you in my next video so that you can see how easy it is to use this little hand. Now sometimes if you have students who struggle with reading, we'll use the right side of my arm graphic organizer. For revising, we'll use the left side. And on the right side it says actors, remember, more, story sequence. So if it's a story and they ask you for a summary of the story, then whatever you act out is the sum of all of the scenes in the story. But if they only ask you for a summary of a few paragraphs, then your kids, if it's a story, can act out just those paragraphs. And remember the acronym ARMS, actors, remember, more, story, sequence. Or sometimes there's a saying, and we'll talk about it in another video, that a picture paints 1,000 words. Well, in most grade levels, you're not even going to get 1,000 words in all of the passages. It's only going to be anywhere from 500 to 900 words, including the field test passages. So what we have to do is figure out, how do I turn 1,000 words into a picture? And so one of my videos is going to be talking about how to use visuals, such as drawing pictures, to help students answer questions when they struggle with reading. So that one would be artist, remember, more setting, or senses, if they're familiar with using the word senses instead. So that's basically my kind of way to help with summarization, main ideas of passages or selections or sections. Thank you guys. God bless. Please share this video. It's about 6 minutes in length.